Hey y'all, this is my first attempt at a vlog, but I'm giving it a shot. So come spend the day with me. I have some errands I need to run, some stuff to drop off that I'm donating. I gotta hit the library to renew a book. So yeah, come along with me. Okay, we got gas. Now I'm at the library. Support your local libraries. They're amazing. I have a book to see if I can get an extension on it, East of Eden. Loving it so far. Probably one of the best books I've ever read. And then I have one on hold for pickup, kind of like a more fall vibe. So I'm going to run into the library and do that. So come with me. Okay, so now I am dropping off a bag of nail polish that I am not going to use and don't have space for at a local shelter. Then I'm going to take a bag of like clothing donations to Goodwill and browse the Goodwill. I know that they can be a little bit sketchy for sure. They're just the closest to me. And it's kind of a bag of like miscellaneous items, like some like party dresses that I won't wear anymore and stuff like that. So please chime in and let me know what you think. But my rule of thumb is kind of like stuff like that goes to Goodwill, because ultimately like they can eat the cost of the labor of dealing with that if they don't end up selling it. Whereas a local shelter, I don't want to put that on them. Does that make sense? Because it's not like blankets or like clothes that are good for job interviews or wearing every day or anything like that. So that's kind of like my logic there. But please chime in and let me know what you think. I am totally open to hearing everybody's opinions on that. But yeah, come with me while we go donate. Okay, so I'm back home. I don't know if I said in the video or not, but I went to Aldi and Dollar Tree also, and I got some stuff. So I figured I'd just give you a haul for the day. I know I mentioned the books earlier, but I got a few things at Goodwill. I went in because I wanted to try and find like a purse, like kind of a bigger slouchy purse for the fall and the winter that I could like keep a book in and stuff, because I don't really have any bigger purse. And I just love how they look. So I didn't find that, but at Goodwill I did find this, and it's like a cape or something like that. I don't know, but I'm obsessed with it. It's sparkly, it's kind of tacky, but not too much. And at the Dollar Tree I got a couple candles. These are orange. I don't have any orange candles. I am trying to embark on somewhat of a witchcraft journey, you know, just something new to learn. So I'm trying to collect candles in every color because they mean different things. And then in that same vein, I got a big thing of salt, cinnamon, and then I also got some ground sage. Do not burn white sage if you're white. It's not for you. But I got ground sage and some rosemary because sometimes things call for that, you know? So I just got some herbs. I've been using up all of the herbs in my family's pantry, so I figured just buy a little bottle for myself separate. And then I also got an organizer, that kind of acrylic holographic organizer that you can see in the clip. And then I got some fake flowers. They're not particularly special, but I don't know if you can see back there. I love just filling that thing up with fake flowers. So every time I see a color that I kind of don't have or something like that and it's cheap, I just grab them. And then the last thing I got was some micellar water. I'm going to see how I like this brand because what brand is it? The Garnier is like getting more and more expensive. And I use like the double cleanse method when I wear makeup. I do an oil cleanse first, but sometimes when I put on like really heavy makeup and I have my contacts in, I just like it gets too much. So sometimes I like to just take off my makeup like before I'm done with the day and washing my face, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try that out because it is much more affordable than the Garnier. So hopefully that works well. And then I got some witch hazel toner. I don't put this on my face, but I have seen some videos online that it's good for like the bottoms of your feet and your knees and your elbows and your pits. So I bought it to use there. So yeah, I feel very tired. We're doing family dinner tonight, so I'm cooking dinner for everybody in my family, my grandma. So that's what's up next, but I had a little bit of a break in between getting home from the store and going to fix dinner, so I figured I'd sit down and give you a haul. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye. Hey guys. Okay, so today I am going to the state fair. I'm going by myself, and that might seem strange, but honestly, I would love to do van life and like live in a van and travel around by myself. So that means that I have to be comfortable and okay with doing things by myself. So I am challenging myself during my current 75-day challenge to go do things alone and be okay with being alone. And truthfully, I am terrified. I have really bad anxiety. So this is a challenge. But even if I go and I just stay for 30 minutes, I will consider that to be a success. And I think I'll feel better if I take you guys with me. So stay tuned for some clips and stuff from the fair. Bye. Okay, so that was my week. I had a really good time at the fair. I'm really glad I went. I saw animals and had some delicious food and walked around and saw all the stuff. It was really cool, and I'm really glad that I went. There was like a ton of stuff set up. There was a bunch of freebies and all the winning crafts and plants and vegetables. If you are the blacksmith at the Maryland State Fair, what's up? But yeah, I'm really glad I went. I had a really good week. I'm going to try and do these vlogs every week. As I tackle like my social anxiety and like going and doing stuff that I maybe was too afraid to. But I'm really going to challenge myself this season. I'm doing a 75-day challenge. If you're not here from TikTok, same username on TikTok. You can kind of follow along there. But yeah, it was a really good week. I'm really proud of myself. And I guess that's about it. So thanks for watching. Bye.